Welcome to another episode of the Weekly InSalt. My name's Wade.
Hey,
if
Wade.
you don't know that my name is Wade, we're on episode 275. I'm here with Laura.
Hey, hey, hey.
How you doing?
Good. Happy Father's Day.
Is it too hot in the studio?
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, today is Father's Day.
It
During
is?
the recording,
Yeah,
you guys are hearing this on Wednesday. It is warm, huh?
It
I'm
is
here with
warm.
Curt.
Yeah. I'm trying not to say I'm here anymore
What?
because I've been saying that forever.
Hey, I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, but yeah.
VP of Sound.
Yeah, VP of Sound.
Mm-hmm.
We're also joined with Ben. Hey,
Hi.
Ben, how's it going?
Doing pretty good. Glad to be here.
Thanks for taking time out of your Father's Day to record an episode with us.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Pretty good.
Yeah, we're here every week. You might have seen some things going around. Just take it with a grain of salt and just know that we will be here every week.
We
with
are
another
here
episode.
for our listeners.
Yeah.
Hey, Wade.
Yeah.
Got a word for you.
What?
Bird.
Bird's the word?
Bird's the word.
Nice.
You ran one over today.
He
what
did.
the fuck?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I ran it over. Should we go? Do you
I
want to
think
go
it
out?
was a kamikaze bird.
You want to go out in the garage and look at the grill right now and tell me if there's a bird in it?
Do you really want me to?
Yeah,
No.
why not?
Do you want me to? I'll go do it.
It would be a great story if there is a bird on the attached to the front of my truck.
I'll go do it.
All right.
Okay,
I'll be
hurry.
back in a
We'll
minute.
keep them entertained.
It'd be fun.
That it was like weird. It's kind of windy today.
It
It's
is.
warm but windy.
It's a little humid, too.
It is a little bit humid. Well, that might just be my house because my air conditioner is broken at the
It
moment.
could be the, thunderstorms that are rolling in, too.
It could be.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm always kind of surprised about how humid Utah does get. Because I
For a
think we're
desert?
known being like a dry state anyway,
yeah.
like not high humidity.
Yeah.
But when it's humid, it's humid. I'll tell you what.
It's very humid.
Maybe that's just because we're not
You
used
can
to
get
it.
that way.
Yeah. There's one thing we were talking about before the show.
Yeah.
Why do you say bless you to somebody when they sneeze?
I don't know.
Like when you cough, you don't say bless you?
You say-
Just sneezing? How come you
Yeah.
don't bless somebody when they fart?
Oh, what would you say?
Bless your butthole. Bless you. Maybe we should. Then you could. If you just said bless your mouth hole too.
So I try to avoid this, but growing up, we said, God bless you.
There's no blood.
There's no bird. But
No feathers.
There's a what?
there is a mark.
Oh, did we get it?
Oh.
You hit that fucking thing.
Oh, well.
No, it hit you.
Yeah, it hit me. Let's be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't condone any type of violence against animals, but it hit me.
Poor bird.
Yeah, well, my parents, I think we've talked about this on the show before, but down in St. George, they have 2 giant glass sliding doors in their backyard, but they're
yeah.
recessed into the patio, so they're super reflective when the sun's out, and birds fly into that shit all
That
the
little
time.
hummingbird.
Yeah, it lived.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
It
the
did.
pigeon died, and it was loud. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Remember
Oh, yeah, that
thing
was
was
loud
like,
as shit.
I thought I was going to break the window. I was bringing up why we say bless you when somebody sneezes. Curt, what do you think?
I have no idea because I never say it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do never say it. But I was saying, why can't I just bless your butthole when you fart? Like,
Right.
Bless you.
Why? What? Well, get into this. What's it about?
Well, there's a lot of reasons why people think that it happened. Did you ever say Gesundheit?
No.
You never
No.
did that either.
No.
No.
No,
Oh,
but
I
I
guess
grew
that's
up saying
German.
God bless you.
Yeah, I think
But-
there was a saying that back in the day when you would sneeze, part of you would like sneeze your soul out,
Something like
and so
that.
you'd say God
Yeah,
bless you,
yeah.
and put
So put it back.
put your soul back in.
Well, I usually look at him and say, like, Jesus, like, my God, you just sneezed your soul out of your face.
And then I was listening to a radio show, and they were saying that, and this could be totally wrong, I don't know. Let's see. Part of this command was that anyone sneezing be blessed immediately, God bless you, since sneezing was often the first sign that someone was falling ill with the plague.
Oh, so very old term.
Yeah, so if you,
Plague hasn't been around for a long time.
yeah. But that would make sense, like when the plague was around and you start sneezing, God bless you, because
You're dead.
You're in trouble. If you're not dead now, you're pretty much dead.
You're close.
Wasn't during COVID that they started talking about the plague coming back? Like there was a couple people that got the plague.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
But it'd be kind of hard to do that again, considering we don't just throw our feces out the window.
Yeah, thank
Like
God.
in medieval times, you just go empty the poop bucket on the street.
Your neighbors might. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
true. All bets are off with them. Like they probably have the Home Depot buckets that say "Let's do this." They probably look at that every time they got a shit. They're so backed up. They're like, "Let's do this."
Oh, we really
God.
digressed.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, God bless them.
God bless them.
Oh, the other thing was, bless his heart. You can't say bless his heart and then just say horrible shit about a person.
Right.
Man, that
kinda
guy is dumb
blasphemous.
as rocks, bless his heart.
It's like an oxymoron.
Yeah, it kind of does take the edge off of it,
It
a
does.
little bit, though. Well, anyway, we're here with Ben. Ben, thanks again for being here.
No problem.
So I've known Ben for, I don't know, what is it, about a little more, about a year now?
Yeah, a little bit over a year.
Yeah. And you practice what's known as, I mean, you told me it's called ethical non-monogamy.
Yeah, ethical non-monogamy.
Yeah.
Mostly polyamory.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And so define that. Is it 2 females, 1 male?
Don't
No,
forget to talk
it
right
is-
into the mic.
Yeah, make sure you're in your mic.
It is an open relationship.
Okay.
Both me and my wife date separately. My wife usually is straight men,
Yeah.
and I'm exploring more of my sexuality. I'm bisexual, pansexual.
Yeah. I
So-
think like the first question that I got to ask right off the bat, though, which I think a lot of people will be thinking about, is how does like the stresses of that, does it add stress to your relationship, or does it actually make your relationship stronger?
We found it's helped our relationship quite a bit.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of it comes down to communication,
Trust.
a lot of communication, a lot of trust,
Yeah.
and just getting to know each other a lot better.
Yeah.
So how long have you been married?
Me and my wife got married in 2007, so about 16 years.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So
we met in 2005, so we've been together for about 18 years.
Oh, nice. So like when did this transition happen in your marriage?
Well, really, we started about September last year.
Oh,
so
okay.
about
So
7,
recently.
8 months. But going back to it, we had a friend that married us.
Okay.
And he was poly, so we've known about the polyamory community, ethical non-monogamy for several years. Since we got married.
yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I was just looking up.
So
Okay.
here, I've got a question for you. You said you were pansexual?
Yes.
I've heard that term before. Tell me what does that exactly mean?
Basically, it's kind of like bisexual. Bisexual tends to be more, I'm either attracted to female or male. It's very binary on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Where now we're getting into more of the gender fluidity
Okay.
type thing. So I am attracted to
So does that mean
just about
transgender?
anybody. Yeah.
Okay.
Regardless of gender,
So, yeah.
I can be attracted.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
more based on the
So-
personality.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So men who have transitioned to women transition to men. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool.
It more matters based on the person and
Whether you click
who
or
they
not.
are. Yeah,
It's not
Yeah.
about the vehicle. It's who's driving.
yeah, exactly.
Good way of putting
There
that,
you
Curt.
go. Yeah.
This is going to be one of those
Wow.
episodes I can tell already where people are going to be like, "Why doesn't Curt talk more
Right?
often?"
Well,
Or
You
host.
better get used to it. Yeah.
I'm trying.
See, it's kind of cool to talk about that, because I think you mentioned something that's really important and something that's taken for granted these days with a lot of people. I think it's easy as humans to just base attraction on physical appearance and really kind of take a backseat to the personality, of a person.
Yeah,
Like there can be somebody who's not very physically attractive, but their personality is just beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you just want to be around them, and you just love them, know? When it
Yeah,
was
there's
it kind of weird when you sorry,
Oh,
I
I
just
was
ran
going to
you
say
over.
it was like something that triggered like not being superficial about
Yeah.
just about the looks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I was just going to ask, is it when you first kind of got into it, did it feel weird? Was it kind of like, I don't know if it's adjustment, I'm sure, but
yeah. It's adjustment. It's more, communicating with your partners on what they're expecting, what they want, and just learning more about yourself, what you want, what
Yeah.
you want to pursue.
yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong
Yeah,
with
so I was curious about this, and I did some Google researching, of course, beforehand. But like the best relationships are those that have a set of rules, like what your boundaries are. And so, did you guys have a lot of hiccups in the beginning?
Not a lot.
No?
Me and my wife are very open and communicating a lot.
Yeah.
And even when we got married, it was, I'm a lot younger than my wife. My wife is 10 years older than me. And so it's all, I wasn't as experienced, mostly growing up religious, trying to save myself for marriage.
Yeah.
So she says, if you ever get the feeling that you want to, experiment more, let me know. Let's talk about it.
That's cool. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people would be that straightforward.
No.
Because I think sometimes people get pigeonholed in relationships, and then they have a fear that's ingrained in them based on
there's
society.
There's something wrong with me.
Yeah. Like, I shouldn't bring it up.
Yeah.
Because it's something wrong with me. Or like if people know this about me, then they're going to think of me differently. But that's refreshing to hear that people are like, yeah, let's just talk about the hard things.
Yeah.
And that needs to happen, especially in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in an open relationship like that, too. Yeah.
Yeah, communication is big key. As I've seen a lot of people say, it's 3 C's: communication, consent, and then confirmation. Make sure everybody's okay after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that, because you don't want like jealousy getting in there.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
I always thought the 3 C's of something else, but
I just looked up
the three commits. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
We'll talk about that on the break.
Yeah. Ooh, we've got a cool thing coming up after the break today.
Super
I forgot to
excited about
mention it before.
Yeah.
Stay around for right after the break. You guys will enjoy it, hopefully. I looked up what is ethical non-monogamous, and it's kind of funny the way they describe it. It's what you said, but I just think that Google sometimes gives you these little funny things. It says an ethically non-monogamous relationship involves 2 people who identify as a couple but who are not committed to a traditional relationship. According to sexologist Yvonne Fulbright, which I guess I should have known there's a thing that's a sexologist.
Yeah, I didn't know.
They give each other the opportunity to date or have sex with other people independently. And then this is the funny part, said Fulbright, who is based in Iceland. Like, why does that has to be?
Is that important?
I guess
is that
it
an
is.
important
Yeah,
fact?
it just seemed weird that it threw in.
Are the
just,
Icelandics?
Just so you know, they're based in Iceland. Like,
Okay.
Is it more popular up there or something?
Maybe.
I don't know.
You should Google that. No,
Yeah,
kidding.
we'll go down the rabbit hole.
All right.
So Ben, you're part of an exclusive group. Is that right?
What does that mean? Exclusive group?
Not necessarily exclusive.
Just a
We're more
group of
inclusive.
like-minded.
We want to, invite just about anybody. We like hanging out with like-minded individuals so that we can talk about this type of stuff.
Yeah. I imagine, have you brought it up to anybody who's just been like totally in disagreement with you?
No.
Okay,
I
good.
haven't,
Good,
actually.
because I was thinking, I'm sure there's some people that are like, I just can't imagine that,
Oh.
Which is good. I think people are way more open-minded now than they were back when I was a kid.
Yeah, they definitely are. And
Accepting, open-minded.
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was just okay to make fun of, like, just call people gay. Well, that's
Right.
gay. And it was, you didn't even, as a kid, you didn't even think about it that, like, it was a mean thing. It was just something you said. And that's changed a lot.
And you do events. Like you go to like...
Yeah, I'm part of several different Facebook communities and groups that host events, mostly to hang out, get around with like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
Like social gatherings.
Yeah, usually it's like cocktails or going out to karaoke events.
Yeah. I guess I had a question right there, but you're gonna have to save me from this one.
Okay, I do have a question. It might be a little personal, though. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, so you have a daughter.
I do have a 14-year-old daughter.
Yeah. So does she... is this something that you... is she aware, or is how do you handle that?
She is aware. We did tell her that we are polyamory, ethically non-monogamous. We do tell her when, mom's going out on a date, dad's going out on a date to see somebody. She's met my girlfriend. She's met a couple of my wife's boyfriends. She's met a boyfriend that me and my wife is seeing together.
Right. Okay. So I guess it's... Is she confused by it at all, or because 14's, they're still figuring shit out, right?
It is young. In some ways, though, she is more open and receptive to it than even a lot of adults that I've talked to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The new generation's growing up with the gender fluidity, what's my sexuality, all of that. I mean,
Yeah.
It's weird to think about at such a young age to be presented with those ideas, just
it's
because when I was a
different.
kid, like,
Yeah.
especially being religious when I was younger, my parents were, Mormon, and like, you really didn't even go down that road.
Mm-mm.
It was something that was like, you'll learn about it when you're older. You didn't really even think about it.
Yeah.
And now today, kids have to grow up pretty quick. They have to
yeah.
understand a lot, like at a young
Times are
age.
changing,
Yeah.
and they've been changing. So.
They have.
Yeah,
They do.
I'm a real Catholic. You get married, you're married forever.
Yeah.
I've been married 3 times, so.
It was even my 14-year-old daughter that introduced us to the term pansexual.
Oh, really?
Okay. Huh.
Yeah,
Huh.
we didn't know what it was until she came home and said, "I think this is what I am."
Yeah.
We're like, "Well, explain that.
Yeah.
What is that about?"
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, and I think that's kind of cool that it's like takes kind of gender out of it. And it's more about the personality and the type of person that you end up being, which I think that in a lot of ways that's almost more important
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So one question that I know people are thinking of, but I don't want it to come off in a bad way because I don't mean it that way. But some people think of the groups that you might attend as like, oh, they kind of go out and get all drunk and then they just have a big orgy. It's nothing like that, is it?
No.
'Kay.
Not. From
You
what
know what I
I've
mean?
experienced, it's usually get to know people, talk to them, figure out if we click, if we
Yeah.
don't.
And it's not pressure. There's no pressure or anything, right? It's just
Yeah.
like hanging out.
Yeah, when it comes to polyamory, it's more about establishing those relationships with people before any sexual type of activity occurs.
Right.
Now, there's this subsection of ethical non-monogamy that goes into swinging and
Yeah.
those type of parties that you're thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's definitely the intent behind those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the big distinguisher between mainly swinging and the polyamory and ethical non-monogamy is that you focus on establishing the
Right.
relationships.
It's got to be
and-
meaningful.
Yeah.
Where swinging is probably just,
Let's go have fun.
It's
Yeah,
about
let's go have fun
let's
tonight.
go have fun. I mean,
Yeah.
going to have fun is great and, can be a lot of great experiences, but it's not the main.
It's not as fulfilling as
Objective,
like
yeah.
what you're looking for, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
Which makes sense, and it's cool to talk about it because now, like, for me, I really didn't know anything about it going into it. Now I can see where the lines are kind of drawn a little more clearly,
Yeah.
as opposed to, like, I'm sure there's people out there that are listening that are, like, probably experimenting in different ways, and maybe they're thinking, like, hey, maybe I'll go try a group like that. You never know. Maybe it's something that they'll be into, as opposed to not understanding. There's so many different terms for things now,
Yeah.
and kind of understanding those, I think, is important.
Yeah.
Would you say now that you're kind of in this full swing of things, are you happier? Do you feel like just generally more happy with your relationship and life in general?
Yeah, I feel a lot happier, communicating and talking with my wife. I find a much stronger connection with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
But I also find a lot more, I understand myself more
Yeah.
to be able to experience what I'm looking for in life.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
With having a girlfriend that I go see.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think understanding yourself, too, a lot of times is really hard.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're like, I don't know. I mean, I don't understand myself. Sometimes I'm like, why did you make that decision?
I
Are you
don't get
crazy?
me at all, so.
I don't get me at all either.
I kind of feel like as adults, we kind of judge other people based on their success or their relationships or things like that. But at the end of the day, we're just all trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing,
Yeah.
but I'm doing it, doing
I
something.
try not to make the same mistakes twice, but
Yeah.
it's happened, man.
Yeah. We're only human.
Yeah. So curious. So have you been in a situation where you had this like communication, agreement, commitment? Yeah, well, not commitment, but like an understanding, and had somebody like flip on you, like no, I just want you and only you. Has that happened?
I mean, the way we focus on it is, you want me, only me. Mm-hmm. I mean, me and my wife don't date necessarily together.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I meant like
So-
of somebody that you're dating.
Yeah, I guess has anybody
Yeah,
asked
has
you
anybody
that
asked you
you've been
to-
dating to cut everything
Right.
else off?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't
You haven't
experienced that. I'm
experienced that.
fairly new. I've heard of stories like
Yeah.
that.
I'm sure that, I don't know, that would be hard.
It would be.
Because it seems like you're putting yourself out there to be so open, and then it would be really difficult to ask somebody who's also open to be
I would probably reject that person if I was doing what you're doing, and somebody come to me and says, "Hey, I only want you. You can't see anybody else." I'd be like, "Nah, this isn't going to work out between you and I." Then
that's not who I am.
Right.
So it's, that's when you end up breaking the relationship with that person, is because I know who I am. I know what I want.
Curt, do you think you would ever be able to do something like that?
no.
Because I don't think I would either. I'm too...
I can't.
myself.
I mean, I don't reject it. I don't say. I'm not going to look at Ben and say what he's doing is wrong.
No,
of course not. But
Each his own, man.
But it's not for me. Let's put it that way.
It would be for me.
Yeah, it's definitely different for everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody does experience and practice it differently. Even the people within the community I've seen, they do it differently than what I do, what other people I talk to do. So
I think that's why what you said before was important, that you kind of go to those hangouts with the different groups and you find the people that click with you, because everybody, like you said, has a different experience. So you want to make sure that they're kind of on the same experience that you're looking for, not just, not different than what you already want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been to one of the hangouts and it gets weird? Is that a weird question to ask? You're like, oh man, maybe this hangout isn't for me tonight. No?
I haven't been, because mostly what I focus on is public events.
Sure.
We're going to meet at a bar, so it's not...
Yeah, that's true, because then if you're in a public place and it's like a little uncomfortable, you can just do something. You can just go do something.
You just leave if you want.
Just
like,
leave.
not for me.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
This group ain't working.
So what would you say to somebody listening that might want to get into that? What would be a good starting point for them? Because I'm sure you just don't jump into it and join a Facebook group and just show up. I mean, there's probably some discussion you have with your significant other, or do people that don't have significant others, I guess they could still go to these groups?
Yeah, a lot of the groups are open and accepting. A lot of it is figure out what you want, figure out yourself before trying to involve other people.
Yeah. That would make sense, because...
Spare people's feelings. I imagine it's like, if you're just jumping into it.
Yeah.
Be like...
Well, and you probably want to... Yeah, you want to filter out the people that might come to the group for the wrong reasons too, because those people exist too. They're like, I'll just show up and see what happens, and it's like, I don't know if it's really for that. You should probably have an understanding of what you're looking for before you just start messing with people's feelings. But some people don't have a conscience.
They don't care about people's feelings.
They just don't care about themselves, and that's good enough for them.
That happens in the monogamous
It's kind of like why
too.
Curt never tells anybody bless you,
Right?
Just kidding.
Bless your heart, Wade.
Yeah, bless your soul, Curt. So I don't know, and you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to, but is there a place where people could go to get information to explore that a little more? I don't want to say a particular group, but is there some resources of that might help people, or just explain more about it? I guess Google, of course.
Yeah. Google has a lot of information. There are a couple books that are out. One is Ethical Slut.
Okay.
That talks about polyamory and all this different things. Or, find your local groups. Find a Facebook group. They're pretty easy to find. There's 5 or 6 of them I'm part of here in Utah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about books for some reason. I don't read a lot, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's books on everything.
There's probably some clubs downtown maybe that are specifically that have routine groups.
I would probably say yeah.
Yeah, I know there is one group or one club in Salt Lake that I haven't been to. I know it's very exclusive and kind of have to be invited there.
Yeah.
Know somebody already.
Yeah, which probably makes it safer anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big part of the community is everybody needs to feel safe.
Oh, yeah.
And take care of themselves, and has to be kind of exclusive.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, and you probably wanted to have that sense of community, too, where you're watching out for each other.
Yeah.
Because you don't want other people in your group to be hurt or to have bad things happen to anybody. Right?
No, absolutely not.
So working in a group like that makes sense just to protect everybody.
Yeah.
I really want to know what the club name is, but you don't have to say it on the air. I'll ask you on the break or something.
Yeah.
I know where it is.
I
haven't been to it.
I have an idea, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Laura knows she's weird like that.
I walked by it on. I was downtown for something.
Oh,
and
sure.
By
Just
it.
walks on by. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Did you pop your head in?
Well, yeah. Actually, I think I did. Yeah. Can't remember who I was with.
Sometimes, yeah. I know
Neither
the
here
club
nor there,
is
but-
more, the swinger type mentality than what I'm looking for. So
Sure.
it's nothing I've really pursued a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been approached by anybody? Like when I was in a relationship, I was at a bar downtown with my girlfriend and I was hanging out with this older couple that I knew through mutual friends and stuff. And they were trying very hard to get us to swing with them. And I was like, nah, that's not really for me.
I'm not a
good.
dancer.
But it was I don't know how to swing.
I don't know how to swing dance.
It was like a really awkward thing to happen at the time because I didn't pick up on any of the signs. My girlfriend was like, you know what they're doing? I'm like, no, they're just fun. They're cool friends. And she's like, they're trying to sleep with us. And I was like, oh shit, is that really what's going on? She's like, yeah, he's been like really weird to me all night. I was like, I got to pay closer attention.
Right.
To that then. I was just drinking my beer, oblivious, being a dude. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Wade.
It's like those memes you see when like the girl's laying in bed and she's all angry and then he's laying on his back. There's like a thought bubble because girls are always like, what do you think he's thinking? And you're thinking about like Diablo 4. She's got it in her mind that you're thinking about
or
banging some other
microwave nachos.
Yeah. Man, I wish I had like a full jar of jalapeno, pickled jalapenos right now.
Fucking those peppers that I bought yesterday. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, we could segue.
I brought
to that.
those. Oh no, I didn't. I left them at left them in my fucking truck.
Oh, I thought you should just threw them in the chip bag.
I didn't. I left them in my bag.
We went to the Asian store yesterday. Arguably one of my favorite places to go. I
went to Asian City. I've never been there.
Yeah,
Asian,
Asian City. Oh, dude,
I haven't.
It's off of 90th South and Redwood, pretty much, right?
Yeah, it's like the size of a Walmart, and it's all Asian products. It's pretty amazing.
Crazy. And their kitchenware section is
Redwood.
all. Yeah, I think it used to be.
Do you know where the Smith and Edwards is on 90th?
No.
Oh, okay.
Was it the old Shopko building?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like a Shopko.
Yeah. It looks like it might have been a Shopko.
Okay.
Yeah, you go in there and it's like, I guess like a shitty Target for Asian food and stuff.
But they had kitchen stuff.
They did, and the reason that I wanted to take Curt there is because whenever I cook in the kitchen, I always like watch, I'm watching a lot of cooking channels and things like that, and you see them in commercial kitchens, and so I'm like, there's got to be a place I can go and buy like the commercial grade stuff, like the hotel pans that are metal, and you could run them over with your car and still use them.
I don't know about that. I don't know about the quality behind some of this stuff.
But you can throw them around because they're meant to be abused.
Oh yeah, I mean like those metal pans and shit, sure. But
yeah, it's not super high quality, but it's cheap and it's like what you'd put in a professional kitchen. Because I think a lot of like people will go there and shop for their restaurant. In fact, you can go find the like bowls and little dishes that I've seen in restaurants before that have like the Asian design on it. Yeah. They have all that stuff there. But that was the best part, is looking through the kitchen stuff.
Yeah, I'll go in there and spend some money.
There was a giant industrial like wok burner.
Like get one of those rice cookers that you have.
Yeah, the one that
happy
says
birthday.
like eat a takimasu at the end when your rice is done or something. Sings you happy birthday that thing is awesome, man.
Does it sing you happy birthday?
No.
No, okay.
It just makes different noises than like a normal rice cooker would make, because I mean, if you're Asian, you basically have rice on all the time.
It makes,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
It makes hentai erotica noises when it's done.
It ooh-woos at you. Ooh-woo. But I'll lead into it a little bit, is that I have like 40 bags of Lay's potato chips from all Asian countries around the world. Some of them sound awesome. Some of them, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I'm stoked for this.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Curt. I didn't tell Curt the full idea yet,
yeah.
so he's hearing this for the first time after I talked to you. Over the next few episodes, we're going to do a competition.
Competition.
Oh yeah.
You
ready for this?
Yeah.
Like who's not going to puke? Or
no,
what?
just a friendly competition of you taste the potato chip, 2 of them, and then you try to guess the flavors. There'll be 2 different flavors, and then we'll keep track of the points. And the guest, in this case Ben, the guests will all be one column. So each guest over the week, they try to guess the flavor, and we see if you can outcompete the guest.
Yeah.
guess the flavors more than the.
Well, I
guess
kind of
them.
have an advantage, though.
You
How
kind
do
of
you have
do,
an
but
advantage?
I'm not going to show you the chips that I choose. I'll just put them
Yeah,
in a
it's gonna be
separate
random
bag,
pick.
and I'll just remember which is which.
All right.
So that way, I know, so I'm exempt. I can't guess, but
Yeah.
I'll eat them with you. I'll
Yeah.
still subject myself to the deliciousness or the horribleness.
None with a little picture of a pepper on it, though.
No, I won't. I make sure not to do spicy. You
Okay.
can't handle spice. One day we will make you eat spicy things
Maybe.
on the air. So
Maybe.
we'll take care of you, though.
I like the spicy things.
Me too. I don't remember if we bought one that was spicy.
I don't remember
I
either.
can't remember if we thought like, oh yeah, Laura doesn't do spice, or if we just threw it in there anyway. But
To surprise me.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna
all right.
we're gonna take a break. We'll be back in a minute, and then we will taste some crazy
Let's do
potato
it.
chip. And we're back.
Hey.
This is the weekly InSalt, episode 275. Here with Ben.
Hey.
You guys heard a lot about him in the first half.
Yeah.
Now we're going to take a break. Man, I'm so excited because we
stoked.
finally worked out a huge contract with Lay's Potato Chips to not sponsor us
Yes,
for this
we did.
segment. But we have some chips to try from pretty much just Asian countries. I don't know, from all over the world.
Mhm.
So I've got two of them here, number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
Let's start with number 1.
Wait. Let's talk about the contest.
Okay. Yeah, we kind of mentioned it a little bit
We
before.
did?
So what we're going to do is we're going to taste it,
Mhm.
and I'll kind of be the judge because some of the chip flavors are like really specific,
Mhm.
like specific dishes and things. But if you can get like within the realm that's acceptable, I think, then we'll give you the point.
Okay.
And then it'll kind of be
We need a bell. Ding.
you and you can all just guess kind
Okay.
of and talk at once
right,
or whatever,
all right.
or we'll go around the room, I guess. But don't eat it until everybody has one.
Okay.
Okay. I'll take one and pass it to you. And I went easy on you guys for the first round. I can already smell it.
I'm at a disadvantage. I can't smell.
That's true.
You can't smell anything, really?
No.
Got no sense of smell.
No sense.
Is that on the movie Walk Hard?
Oh my god, I can already smell it. Fuck.
See, Kurt's just convinced that they're all horrible.
It's probably
Well, considering where we got them from, I
There were some good ones, though. There were some great flavors in there.
Sure.
Smell
right,
something.
Yep. All right, this is chip number 1. That's good.
That was good.
I like that one. Gets better as you chew it. So I know what it is to the audience. I know I have the answer to it.
I think I know what it is.
Okay.
I don't have any idea.
Oh, it's interesting.
It
got
is
a little bit of a
interesting, but
sweet
it's
taste to it.
familiar.
Tiny little bit.
I taste onion.
There
yeah,
is a little
definitely
onion.
in it.
There's a little
I was
onion.
saying green onion.
Definitely want to say some French onion.
Yeah, it does kind of have a French onion vibe. Do you have any guess, Laura?
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna go barbecue chicken.
Okay.
no. I was gonna say stroganoff.
Okay.
Stroganoff chips? What the fuck?
Why not?
Well, I can see how you got there. And
yeah, it tastes a little sour,
you'll-
creamy, a little
You'll
bit
kind of know
oniony.
why when you hear what flavor it is.
Okay.
But what do you guess, Ben?
Yeah. I'll go with French onion. Let's
Okay.
keep it easy.
The actual flavor was pork belly.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That makes
All right,
sense.
there it is.
Yeah.
So that's a 0,
now
0,
you can
0?
kind of put it together in your mouth. I would say that if I had to give out the 1 point, I would give it to you just because you got the meaty kind. Because
Yeah.
it's like beef
Yeah.
stroganoff. You know, it's kind of got
I'll take the
meaty
point.
thing.
Ding.
Do you guys agree, or is that too
Yeah.
far off?
No, I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
Ding, ding,
One
ding,
for
ding,
Laura.
ding.
Do you want to write it down so throughout episodes we can keep track?
Yeah, because I'm winning
Thanks.
this competition. Oh, we didn't make a bet though. Kurt?
Oh, I didn't know you were going to make a bet.
Oh shit.
Oh, this is new to me.
So, okay.
What do you bet? Okay, I'll tell you
How
what.
many weeks are we going?
I don't know. We've got like 30
We got
bags
30
of
bags of
chips.
these.
Sounds like bragging rights.
Okay.
Whoever
all right.
loses has to eat durian fruit.
No.
What's that?
Are you out of your fucking mind?
We'll never get the smell out
Jesus
of
Christ.
How about we just keep it friendly? Bragging rights is a must.
Okay.
And then at the end, a shot.
here. All right. I mean,
Yeah? Maybe? No?
no, you have to buy me a shot too.
Oh yeah. I mean, Kurt will definitely buy us a shot because I'm winning.
The shit talking begins. All right. Chip number 2.
Let me cleanse my palate real quick.
Yep. Take a sip of, I guess we're having some lemonade. Oh yeah. This one barely has any smell. Like if you can't smell, then you won't smell this at all. Almost just
smells like a potato chip.
Yeah.
Definitely has a barbecue flavor.
This one is going to be really, really hard to guess, but I got a very subtle hint of what the flavor is.
There it is.
Do you like it? What are you tasting?
Could I have a second chip?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going to take another one too, but
You can tell this one's like a super subtle flavor. It tastes mainly like a regular Lay's potato chip. It's got that same texture, but it's definitely not a normal flavor. The aftertaste is what gives it away for me. Any guesses? What are you tasting? You got to kind of explain them.
I'm buying you a shot, Wade, because you know what they are.
Well, no, that's the stakes, because then because if you guys just buy each other one, then it's like whatever. But if you have to buy two, it raises the stakes.
I don't know. This one's hard.
This one is hard.
Is it a soup?
It is hard.
It's not a soup, but the ingredient that it's trying to emulate could be put into soup, and generally is in Asian soups.
Okay.
Anybody want to?
Miso.
Yeah,
I got nothing.
I'll accept miso as an answer. Yeah. Ben, got anything?
I don't.
Okay.
I'll have to go with miso as well.
I'm going to go
Okay.
with like something hot pot, but
I would accept that too.
okay, let's go chicken hot pot.
Okay. I'm going to give the point to all of you because it was seaweed.
Oh, motherfuck! What the?
Did you like it though?
Yeah, that was good.
That one was good.
I expected
That
the
was
seaweed
really
to
good.
be horrible. Like I was like it's kind of
Now
easy.
you've had seaweed here. You've had.
I've
like,
had
little
you try
packages.
it.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, you didn't like that, but the seaweed chips actually just taste very subtle of seaweed.
I really like both of those chips.
Yeah.
And it's 2-1-1.
Yeah, 2-1-1.
So I'm in the lead.
Yep.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, well, we'll do it again next week. We've got 30 more bags to go, so look
Can I
forward
have
to
the
that.
chips? No.
just crunch them in the microphone for the rest of the show.
The seaweed ones were surprisingly good.
Yeah, they didn't taste seaweedy like I thought they were going to taste a lot
Yeah,
like the
like-
ocean or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah.
taste much like I remember seaweed, even sushi or things.
The pork belly ones are crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going back for more. Yeah, so Ben, we talked kind of a lot. You made a comment on the break about your wedding. Do you want to share the story when you're done chewing?
Yeah, as I said, off the break was we had a friend marry us that was poly. We've known him for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So after our wedding, we went out and had a party, got drunk. I have a picture of me making out with the priest of our wedding.
How many people can say that?
Not many.
I bet you not many can say it with like as a cool story. There's probably some people that are like, yeah, I made out with the priest after I married my husband or something like that. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's no. When you say not many, there's probably only one person on the planet that has made out with the priest of their own wedding, and that is the guy sitting right here.
And I said out in break, there's probably more people that said, I made out with the best man after the wedding.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. The priest is a little bit different.
Very different.
I've always kind of wondered that, like, about weddings. Like, where did the tradition come from to, like, throw the flowers?
No clue.
Yeah. It seems weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, throw the flowers and then whoever catches them, like, oh, you're getting married next.
Married.
It's
Yeah.
like,
How
is
does
that
that
just...
feel, Ben? You know, out of 8 billion people on the planet, you're the only one who's made out with a priest at your wedding.
I don't know. I would almost guarantee there's got to be one other person.
I would agree.
I don't know.
Do you think that's a Google stat?
I don't know. Let's find
Let's
out.
find out. Mm-hmm.
But it's just an interesting story.
Yeah,
so.
it is. It is. How many... Yeah, what do I type into Google to not get me banned?
I don't think you can get banned.
From Google?
Yeah. You might get put on some watch lists, but
That might be a better question for ChatGPT.
no, they'll ban you.
No, they won't. I don't know. Is there a kiss in a Catholic wedding? Oh, now we're just getting into weird things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many priests are actually celibate?
Well, let's not go there.
Yeah, there's basically just all of a sudden there's bringing in a lot of Catholicism questions.
Yeah.
Nope. So the answer is
All
no.
right,
There's
so
not a
the
stat.
answer is no. So one that we know of.
Yep, one that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The other fun story is when I met my wife, we ended up deciding to move in together. I moved in with her and her husband at the time and his boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of, okay, that makes sense.
So us being poly kind of goes back to the beginning of our relationship, even though it's only been fairly recently that we've opened up and started openly practicing.
40 minutes.
40.
Yeah.
Huh?
I noticed that Curt didn't start the studio timer, so he was trying to catch it up. We went straight into the chips. You can't just be eating chips on the air now.
The chips.
Yeah, but you can't just eat.
Can you hear me crunching?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, I don't care.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure somebody out there cares, but I can't actually hear you crunching.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You were talking about on the break too that you're kind of into the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
And I'm
a nerd all around.
Yeah,
I
okay.
love
Just an
Marvel.
IT nerd.
You're into Star Wars too, aren't you?
Yeah. Star Wars, Star Trek.
Oh, I like Star Trek. That's like
X-Men.
nostalgic for me. My dad used to watch Star Trek Enterprise back in the day, like every day.
Yeah.
I just
Been
like
going
Geordie
back.
He
LaForge.
sent me a link. I couldn't watch it, but you had a link that did all like the entire Star Wars movie in ASCII.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
was
shit.
fun.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
A little server that somebody did it all in ASCII, and you can go to it.
ASCII, if you don't know, to the listener, is text-based. So you can watch the whole movie in alphanumeric characters,
Yep.
Yeah.
which I'm sure is cool for some people. I don't know. Did you
Maybe.
watch the whole thing?
Yeah. I've seen it.
Okay. Like the ASCII one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
You
that
sat and watched the whole
I'm
thing.
a nerd. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you
did.
caught up like all the way through Mandalorian and all this stuff too?
Not in ASCII.
No. Just in general, just Star Wars universe. I do try to keep up to date with all the spin-offs and everything because some people get
Not
really
so
deep
much.
into it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've seen all the movies, not so much the Mandalorian. I know I watched the first 2 seasons.
Yeah. Well, then I have to ask you, how do you feel about Jar Jar Binks? How do you feel about Jar Jar Binks?
I like
Probably
Jar
one of the
Jar.
worst characters in the series. but
I'm probably the only person on the planet that likes Jar Jar.
What do you think?
Very
Kurt?
possible.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
See?
I think that he's definitely a good way to sell products.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's all he was for, was
Yeah.
to sell products to kids.
I
Yeah.
liked him.
I mean, I think that's one of the most controversial questions you can ask a Star Wars fan is Jar Jar Binks. But I think if you're a diehard Star Wars fan, you just have to hate Jar Jar Binks. He didn't add like really
have to.
anything. He was kind of
He was
like
comic relief. Come on.
he was a little bit of a bumblefuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he just hey, me's the Jar Jar Binks. Just you imagine him like slamming into glass doors around the space station.
That's why I said he's comic relief.
Like, he is.
Well, it's always been part of the culture, even going back to the Ewoks.
Yeah.
Everybody hated the Ewoks
Yeah.
because they were there to sell products to
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, Ewoks, man. Those were they the teddy bears?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what are the ones with the hoods on and just the eyes are glowing?
The Jawas?
Jawas, yeah, those
Yeah.
are my favorite. Jawas rule. They just go around and scrap shit. Like, hey, check it.
Yeah.
out. Like, yeah, that's the best. They're
Little
like the
scrappers,
junkyard of the
let's-
universe.
Scrap for money or?
Yeah, they just that's remember they got C-3PO.
Oh, that's right.
They just go Utini. That's like the only thing that they say. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's that one time. I haven't gotten into like too deep into Star Trek lore, but I know that. How do you feel about the movies, like the most recent movies in the Star Trek universe? Like the one with Spock. Have you seen any of the
I don't think I have.
Oh.
I like the new ones. The new Star Treks.
The new ones.
The,
Yeah,
the
I
new
wish they
ones
would-
are okay. The new series.
Yeah.
I
I
wish they
stood
do
in line
more
for the
open.
original one for a very long time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like an hour.
You remember when you could do that? I think now, don't they just do pre-sale
Just
tickets at
dated
the theater?
myself.
Just about.
Yeah, so you don't. Because I remember when I was a kid, you like new Matrix movie or Batman movie, you'd get there hours ahead, wait in the line, or the new Star Wars movie that's coming out. You'd
I
sit there-
remember episode 1 Star Wars going
yeah?
and waiting a week in line to get tickets.
Oh, that's cool.
It was exciting.
Yeah,
That and Alien. I stood in line for that one too.
Alien was a cool movie.
Scared the fuck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sorry, listeners.
It's okay. It's Father's Day.
It is.
You're allowed to slip every now
Okay.
and then. What's your favorite Star Wars? Which movie? Because when you say episode 1, do you mean episode 1, or because didn't it go like?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no, I mean
backwards.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace episode 1, the first one with Jar Jar.
Yeah.
My favorite too.
My senior year of high school, so
yeah. Did you dress up? Do you do like cosplay or anything like that?
Not usually, but I did dress up for. Actually, Lord of the Rings is what I dressed up for.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's my big nerdum, is Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. I love those movies.
Yeah, me too.
I was going to go back and rewatch them, but I forget that it... Oh, do you have the ring?
Oh,
I have.
Oh, my God.
Hell yeah.
The wedding ring I wear
it's engraved
is Lord
on
of
the
the Rings.
It is Lord of the Rings.
Oh, no shit.
That's
Look
cool.
At that.
It's got the engravings on the inside.
It is the one ring.
My
Wow.
God. I've never actually
That's your
seen
wedding
that.
ring?
You haven't noticed that?
That's your wedding ring?
Wow.
Is
Well,
it? Yeah,
sort of.
sort of.
We bought it at Fanex last year.
Oh, that's cool.
After we decided to be in an open relationship, I
Yeah.
started wearing a wedding ring.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a cool wedding ring, and it's like that's unique. You know, I don't think a lot of people probably have done that, and it's kind of cool anyway because it represents like something within yourself, but then also wedding ring. That's cool. I haven't been to Fanex. Have you ever been?
I've never been to
Comic-Con or anything.
That.
Maybe we need to go.
I have.
You used to work there.
I did.
Yeah. It's busy and fun.
I bid on doing that show once.
Yeah. Should we, you know all the ways to sneak in then.
I do.
We just have to get past somebody like James.
They're pretty. Yeah, they're pretty tight in security there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I did get away with some stuff last time.
Dude, a hard hat and reflective vest, we can go anywhere.
You just hold an audio cable in your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I've shared it with. I think I've shared it on the show before. But a friend of mine his girlfriend was living down in BYU, like the dorms in BYU, and they broke up. And he's like, "I want you to get to her apartment and see if she still has the bedspread on her bed I gave her."
Oh my God!
So all I did was go up and knock on the door with a measuring tape and say, "Yeah, we turned the power back on. I just need to go in the room, make sure all the lights are working." Oh yeah, they let me right in. And I went and flipped on all the lights in their room and looked in her room and came back up. I'm like, "Sorry, man, bedspread wasn't there." And he's like, "Okay, let's go get pizza."
The key is confidence.
It is, yeah, and a lot of that goes into like social engineering with like if you just have a brown uniform and you're carrying a box, you can get into restricted areas just because the receptionist is like, oh,
he has to be here.
Yeah, well, yep, I have to deliver this to this specific room. Can you let me in? Oh yeah, sure.
You go to Amazon, get your order a custom shirt. It says production crew on the back. You're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I saw an article, I think it was yesterday, about this trend of people getting into hotel rooms. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. What's it about?
So, like this one, I don't remember what the hotel chain is, but people were going down to the desk and saying, "Hey, I locked myself out of my room," and they didn't check like ID or anything, and they gave them the room key, and it was not a good outcome. But yeah, that was on the news.
Well, you were talking about earlier too, like there's something with the airport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So technology.
Yeah.
They were getting into vehicles, getting their garage door key, their address off of their registration.
Yeah.
And going to their house and robbing them blind.
What's the mechanism that your garage door uses to transmit to your garage door opener? IR? Or is it like...
No, I think...
It can't be IR.
It's just the radio frequency.
Just radio frequency? Yeah, so... Because I know a lot of the ways you program that is you press a button on your garage door, and then you press the button in your car, and then they kind of sync up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine it's hard to skim that if you just press it and broadcast
the code changes.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, but they were actually getting into the vehicle with their own key fob, trying to...
Yeah, because you can spoof the key fob because obviously your car has probably an ID number. I don't know. When I went to DEF CON, they were like making cars drive. You know, like a guy sitting in the back seat with his laptop, he can make it pull out of park and drive, like Teslas and stuff. Like you can just, if you're smart enough and have the time, I guess you can
even
hack anything.
Even with Fords, like I have a Ford truck and it has the keypad on the door.
Yeah.
Right. There's a code. You can find it on Google. Just Google it and but it's really long. It's super long. You have to memorize this code.
They want you to be sitting there forever putting this code in so that if you're like hitting all these buttons, somebody will notice.
You're gonna and you'll eventually go through every combination of possible numbers to unlock the doors.
Oh, yeah.
There's only so many numbers, so
yeah. That's
How
true.
long's the code? Like
it's really long. It's going to take you.
You shouldn't have to memorize it. You could write it down on a piece of paper.
Oh well, you got to think if there's 4 buttons, that means 4 combinations or 5 buttons.
5.
So Yeah.
There's 5 buttons, and there's 2 numbers per button.
That's a lot.
So
that is a lot.
5 to the power of...
Yeah, 5 to the...
2 to the
I
power
was
of 5.
bringing out my stats. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, and it depends on how long the code is too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's super long, and some people sit down and memorize those codes. And,
I mean, to unlock your truck, you only have to put in a 5-digit number, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I did. I looked at the code. I'm like, there's no way my number's in here, and I found it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, it's right there.
Yeah.
They're all over. Only takes a computer a couple seconds. But
Yeah. Thank God that's like probably a manual button you have to push, and you can't hook something up to it to just brute force it.
So
real
you've
quick.
got to memorize this entire code and then run up to the vehicle and do this. It's probably going to take you like 5 minutes to do the whole code.
Yeah, that's why if you don't have 2-factor authentication on your accounts on anything,
Everything.
you just do
open.
it, because that when you see people's Instagrams get hacked and their Facebook accounts get hacked, generally there's 2 ways that happen. There's one, your account was breached in a data breach from a different company that displayed your password, and your password, once they have that password from the data breach, they'll try it on everything, right?
Absolutely, because a lot of people use the same password for everything. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Or you get brute forced, which means if your password isn't complex enough, a computer can figure it out. I mean, some people just have dedicated servers to just brute force passwords that run 24/7, you know?
Yep. I started using unique passwords, but it was all like my Google password with a random digit of characters.
Yeah. You got to change it up a little bit for everything.
A little
3
bit.
random words.
Yeah, and
Some
actually a
characters,
passphrase is way
special.
more secure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't want to type a whole sentence in when I'm working. Because like every time, obviously my company has a security policy, and working from home, no matter what, even though I'm by myself, if I leave my desk, I have to lock my computer.
Yep, absolutely.
And so I'm always logging back in. I don't want to be like the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog every time I log in.
So yeah, mine times out like, I don't know, if I walk away and forget, it's like less than 2 minutes. Mine's locking. So
Curt, you know what that sentence is, right?
Which one?
The quick brown fox
Typing
jumps over
test.
the lazy dog.
Yeah.
typing test.
It's not a typing test.
Well,
It's a sentence that contains every letter in
Yes,
the
it does.
alphabet.
Yeah.
It's good for when you're making fonts. There you go. You learn something new every day. Smarter every day. It's also a
I hope.
YouTube channel. It's not a sponsor.
They are not a sponsor yet.
Well, what else do you do in like your free time? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you've got some other hobbies and things like that.
A little bit. As I said, read comic books.
Yeah.
Play. I'm pretty more relaxed in the video game department. Play
Yeah.
Minecraft or something with my daughter.
Soon to be D4.
Yeah, you got to jump in our clan.
Yeah.
OTT sucks.
OTT sucks.
Everybody keeps telling me I need to go to D4.
Oh man, it's addicting. We're losing Laura every second.
I just took a nap.
Yeah, that's okay. It's fun.
I love Diablo 1 and Diablo 2.
Diablo 4
And
went back to more of that.
More of that.
Yeah,
so
instead of like
that's
Diablo
good.
3 that was really like just hectic.
I don't know
Yeah.
what people's problem is with Diablo 3. I loved it.
There's no problem with it. I just think it's a different game than, like Diablo 1 and 2.
Yeah, it was.
Wake up, Laura. We're on the air.
All right, back to comic books. Do you have a collection? Like, do you collect old ones, or do you just like new
Not a
ones,
big
or?
collection.
No.
I do have most of The Walking Dead. I've been reading The Walking Dead since the first comic book came out. And have just about all of them.
I never really got into The Walking Dead. Did you ever watch it all?
No.
Curt?
Watch what?
Walking Dead?
I saw the series. I didn't watch the last season, though, because I heard it sucked.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a lot of TV shows, it goes down after the first little bit.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is how much some of those comic books, like old comic books, can go for
Yeah.
if they're in
They
good
can
condition.
go.
Baseball cards, comic
Yeah.
books.
I want to, man, I still think we should do it. We should have a meetup where you get your old cards and we just don't trade them, just find out what they're worth. Because I have
I bet
cards
there's
from
an
when I
app
was a
that'll
kid.
read them now.
That's what I was thinking. I tried to find one, but I think you have to pay for it. Like, it would be cool if, like, because I remember as
how
a
much?
kid.
Like, if you find $1 million card, it's probably worth it, man.
Well, yeah, but I mean, apps these days, I'm a fan of buying it once and then having the app, but I think all of those apps these days are like $3.99 a month. It's like, dude, I'm looking at my cards one time.
That's why I'm like 1 month. Get it done in a month.
Yeah,
man.
but you know what the trick is. I'm not going to cancel that shit. 3 years later, I'm like, damn it.
Reminder.
I know.
Set a reminder.
And they have those services now, too, that will just cancel your recurring bills for you. That's how they
True
get
Bill,
you.
I think is one of them. But yeah, it'll tell you.
You all right, Curt?
Yep, just
All right.
checking the time.
Alrighty.
Where are we?
Almost done.
Oh, That went fast.
Yeah, it is. It's it's the Father's Day special.
It is. So do you have plans for Father's Day today with your daughter, or
Not really.
she's not surprising you with something special? No, well, it
She
wouldn't
bought
be
me
surprise,
a little
right?
zombie Iron Man figure this morning.
That's cool.
Nice.
Gave that to me. That was kind of cool. I said, "Yeah, you realize I do have the comic book Marvel Zombies
Yeah,
that has Iron Man right there on the cover." And she goes, "No, I didn't realize you had that."
That's cool.
And didn't I hear you talk about one time you keep a set of Dungeons and Dragons dice at your desk?
Yeah, I have lots of Dungeons
D&D.
Dragons stuff around my desk.
Have you ever heard of the, I guess it's on YouTube now, but the channel's called Roll for Sandwich?
I haven't heard of that.
Look it up
I'll
because
have
it's
to
a
look
guy that just has different dice, Dungeons and Dragons dice, different sided die, and he lets the dice build his sandwich.
Yeah.
So
That's
it'll
fun.
choose like what bread he uses and then what meat he uses, what sauce he uses, and sometimes the sandwiches are like, oh god, that doesn't look good, but it's fate, building the
Yeah.
sandwich.
So
And he has
sometimes
a-
it's good.
Yeah. Did you ever get into Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, I play Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
Is that
And
still big?
It
D&D?
is.
Yeah.
There's quite a few groups that I know of. There's actually a lot of overlap between polyamory and Dungeons and Dragons
Really?
role playing.
Yeah.
Even
I played when I was a kid, and I tried playing with a buddy of mine that lives outside of Salt Lake. They have some things online that help you visualize like the story, but I don't know. When I was younger, it was easy to dedicate 4 or 5 hours to playing
Yeah.
a little D&D session, but as I'm older, I'm like, I don't know if I want to sit here for 5 hours
Right.
or not. And plus, it was always more fun to be in person.
Yeah,
It's
always more
so
fun.
what cracks me up is I have a friend that their kids were way into D&D, and they'd all a big kid group, late teens,
Yeah.
early,
Yeah.
20s. So they would all get together in their basement and bring their laptops and sit together and
Yeah.
not talk and play D&D.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, where?
Was there a
Yeah.
Dungeons
Party.
and Dragons game that came out? And I think a movie recently came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
new movie came out.
Have you seen it?
Yeah,
Is it good?
It was fun.
Oh, cool.
It was good.
Did they do it justice?
Yeah,
Good.
I think.
Yeah, I watched the cartoon when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I forgot about
that
the
was
cartoon.
weird. And then there were the movies in the '90s that weren't that great.
Yeah, because for a minute there they were trying to do a Dungeons and Dragons movie, and I remember they just
Yeah, I
weren't
think
good.
they did 3 of them, but
Yeah.
I only remember ever watching the first one. I had to go look it up.
Did you ever play anything like that when you were a kid?
No.
What did you do when you were a kid?
I freaking went outside and enjoyed
Got into
that.
trouble?
Got into trouble.
Drank from the garden hose.
No. Oh, actually, yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did too. Were you not supposed to do that?
Well, or the bathroom faucet. We had this conversation
Of
earlier.
course you were.
Well, I know that some houses had a canal behind them or whatever, and then they would pump the canal water through the garden hose, but you'd always have the friend that'd be like, don't drink out of the garden hose, it's canal water.
Yeah, it's like secondary water,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did anyway. I mean,
I drank out of the
It
garden
didn't
the
bother
inside,
me.
the inside was for the adults.
Yeah.
We got locked out.
I always felt like
Sunny
I could
day,
drink a
door locked.
shit ton more water out of the hose too. I'm like, look how much I could drink this whole fucking hose of water. And then you'd end up choking. Man, we should do some little kid things we haven't done in a while. Next time
Yeah.
on a really hot
Stickball.
day, we should just run through the sprinklers.
Let's go ride bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, go right.
Ride bikes.
Ride a
oh,
bike
dude, we
down
used
the
to ride
road.
bikes forever.
Yeah, a friend of ours actually just asked me the other day, "Do you have a bike? I want to start riding bikes again." I'm like, that would be cool. Go down to the Jordan Trail, get mugged.
I know the gym has bikes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and they're stationary
stationary
too, so you
bikes.
can actually talk to each other.
Right?
You know what the worst part about a bike is that it makes you move places. I just want a stationary bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if I had one at home, that wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think we should get together and do kickball.
Should we go get a slip and slide?
That would be fun
Yeah,
too.
we get
I might
really
hurt
hurt.
myself though.
Yeah, I
make sure you lay it over a sprinkler head.
Oh,
Ow.
You always make that mistake one time, and then you
Oh.
try never to do it again.
Or we could get ice blocks. Go ice blocking.
Okay, if we really want to get hurt, that's perfect.
Sounds a lot more fun when you're drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. You're also a little more limber too, so you might not get hurt as bad.
Or you won't feel it till the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
thanks,
if you're
Ben.
old like us and you end up in the hospital.
Oh yeah, dude. Or we won't feel it till the next day, but then for the next 3 days we're
Yeah,
gonna be
we
sore.
were bitching about it too.
Oh, what? How did I hurt my back? Oh, you don't remember ice blocking? What? Thanks again. Happy Father's Day, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for
happy
being on the
Father's
show
Day.
and sharing your experiences with
Yeah,
us. And
no problem.
If anybody wants to get in touch with Ben, I always say just send us an email, contact@theweeklyInsult.com, and we'll pass along your message. Is there anything you want to plug before we go?
Nope.
No. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. This has been your Weekly Insult.
Have you ever been ice blocking?
Oh, yeah, dude, it's horrible. Dude, that Flatiron Park over here, there's that huge hill. Oh, we would just get destroyed. And someone would get hit in, like, the back of the head with the ice block.
Somebody get hurt.
Yeah, it's all fun and games.